Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me here today. I'll be giving a 15-minute presentation followed by a 5-minute Q&A about the career opportunities and living and working in Austria. I see a couple of familiar faces here, so some of you will already know about the opportunities in Austria from visiting our booth. Perhaps today we can use a presentation. If it works, I'd like to just show you and highlight to you once more, because this is my final day here at PythonAsia, and just recap what we offer. The Austrian Business Agency, or ABA, is a governmental agency which assists Filipino professionals and all international professionals if they want to consider living and working in Austria, right in the heart of Europe. So you're all highly talented, highly skilled, highly motivated, and perhaps you don't know, but it's possible for you to use those skills and use them in Europe, right in Austria, because Austria is open to Filipino professionals. The reason being that there is a political agreement between the Philippine government and the Austrian government, where both our governments have agreed to promote the opportunities in Austria for the Filipino professionals and skilled workers, and basically assist them in moving to Austria. And luckily enough, I think PythonAsia fulfills this certain need, because many opportunities in Austria that are available for Filipinos are in IT, tech, and life sciences. So there is a big overlap here. Now, what is required for you to move to Austria to pursue those opportunities? It's a job offer. So the way it works is that you apply for a job at any Austrian company for any professional role or skilled role in IT, and you go through the video job interview process with the Austrian companies. And once you're offered that job, then you're eligible to move to Austria, because if you let us know that you have a job offer, the ABA will assist you in getting the work and residence permit. So thank you very much for assisting me here in preparing the presentation. So I would also like to mention that the ABA does not only assist Filipino professionals and international professionals in work opportunities in Austria. In fact, we have 3 departments. The first department you'll see here on the left is Invest in Austria. Perhaps you are tech entrepreneurs who want to expand to Europe. We also assist businesses who want to set up an office or a subsidiary in Austria. We assist you in the legal pathways in setting up a business in Austria. So you can contact us as well for those inquiries. The second department, the department that I work in, obviously is assisting professionals who want to move to Austria to pursue career opportunities. You can find our website, it's workinaustria.com. You can also find us on social media, Instagram, Work in Austria is the handle, Facebook, Work in Austria is the handle, YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. Just type in Work in Austria. And perhaps the coolest department we have is Film in Austria. That is where we bring in foreign movie and series productions. So if you ever see a movie or series that takes place in Austria, probably it came through us and was filmed there. So for example, James Bond Spectre with Daniel Craig, I think that came out 8 years ago, 9 years ago. That was filmed in parts of Austria that came through us, the filming production into Austria. Yes, so I'll talk now about Work in Austria, the department that I work in. We basically present Austria as a place to live and work. We present which industries there's a demand for international professionals. We participate in events like this, PythonAsia. I do this both in Indonesia and the Philippines. We have a website where you can actually look at the job opportunities in Austria. It's called the Talent Hub. You can find it on our website, workinaustria.com. What we also offer is immigration and residence services. And this is, I would say, a key point. Because once you have a job offer, we have a team of legal experts, lawyers, who will assist you, consult you, and guide you in applying for the permit that allows you to move to Austria. And we also extend this service to your immediate family so that they can also join you in Austria. We also offer free of cost relocation services, basically providing you all information about what is required to relocate to Austria, whether it's finding an apartment or registering your children for kindergarten or registering for healthcare. Also, another focus area of ours is gender empowerment. So we evaluate Austrian companies on how involved they are in gender parity, and we provide a seal of approval, a national seal of approval called Equalita. So if you're a woman who's particularly interested in finding Austrian employers who will really push you in your career, you can consult with us, and finally we provide location advice in Austria if you want to set up a business. So all these services are free of cost. This is paid for by the Austrian government, which Filipinos can also take advantage of. So some quick facts about Austria if you're not familiar with us and what our working conditions are. I would say Austria has very generous working conditions for professionals. In Austria, a full-time work week is anywhere between 38 hours and 40 hours, depending on your profession, and that is 5 days per week, so around 7 to 8 hours per day. Typical work culture in Austria is you work Monday through Friday. It's a typical 9-to-5 job, but Fridays we like to work only half days, so only until lunchtime, and then you have an extended weekend by having the afternoon off on Friday. Also in Austria, the government provides 13 public holidays a year, so those are religious holidays such as Christmas, as well as political holidays such as Independence Day, so 13 days per year. But in addition, the Austrian employers, if you have a full-time job, provides you 5 weeks of paid holidays per year, so 25 paid days. And those 25 paid holidays are really meant for holidays. This is not for sick leave, this is not for caretaker's leave, this is really for you to relax and recharge. And you must consume these 5 weeks of holidays because at the end of the year, you're only allowed to have 10 days left over that you did not use, or else your company will be penalized. And those 10 days you can carry over to next year, then you have 35 days next year. If you live and work in Austria, of course you have access to sick leave. You have also unemployed benefits, if ever you should become unemployed. You have free access to public health care as well as state pension. So once you retire, even if you're a Filipino citizen, you'll also get pension contributions from Austria. Finally, for women, I think it's an attractive workplace because you don't have to sacrifice or don't have to make the decision between having a family and pursuing a career, because if you're a woman, if you become pregnant while employed, 8 weeks before giving birth and 8 weeks after giving birth, you're put on maternal protection. So close to 4 months, 16 weeks in total, you are not allowed to work. Of course, you continue getting paid. Once you give childbirth, you can go on maternity leave. It's paid maternity leave. You have the choice: 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years of paid maternity leave. And this is for every child you have. You make the choice. So it's not divided between 2 kids or 3 kids. No, for every child, you can make that choice of having 1, 2, or 3 years of maternity leave. And finally, you have paid child allowance. For every child you have, the government gives you money. You get around 200 euros per month for the child. 200 euros, that's so 1 euro is around 70 pesos. So 200 euros per month per child until the child is 25 years old. So my mom got this child allowance until I was 25 years old. Just barely a child at that age still. Yes, so I'll just skip this. I do this also in Indonesia, promoting this. Of course, here in the Philippines, so now we're here at PythonAsia and De La Salle University. This coming week, I'll be at Diliman, UP Diliman. They have a job fair there. I hope to be there at Geeks on the Beach later this year. We were there the past 2 years. We've also been at CIT, and we've also done a podcast at this BP Studios headquarters. Now, I would like to emphasize we also focus on women. This is This is, so to say, a focus that I have suggested towards our government, our governmental agency, which they have welcomed. So we'll be participating in different women initiatives in IT and tech, both in Indonesia and the Philippines. I would be very glad, I heard about this program here at yours, Pi Ladies, so I would be very glad to explore collaboration here with any of you involved with Pi Ladies. We can also make a cross-segment and try to focus on certain areas, whether it's Python or other areas in IT. And we can try to find a match here between Austria and your initiatives. So finally, how is it that you're able to move to Austria? If you have a job offer, you can then apply for a permit. We will assist you there. You don't have to remember all the details because we are the experts here. All you have to remember is contact us, our website workinaustria.com. You'll find a bunch of tools there that will assist you. So please reach out to us if you have any questions. You find here our contact details. You can also contact me on LinkedIn. And then I would hand over. If the crowd has any questions, I'm glad to answer them.
Any questions, guys? We have a mic there. Come on, guys. You have 5 minutes. Oh, no, 6 minutes. Any questions? Any questions?
Hi. Hi. So I have a question with regards to, let's see, chances of being employed. So it's a two-part question. The first part is, what is the predominant language in Austria? And second, does knowing or being fluent in that language give you an advantage to being hired?
Thank you. Very good questions. Let me answer them one by one. So the official language in Austria is German. Okay, so we speak German, that's our official language. However, I would say many Austrians are fluent in English, particularly the young people. We did a study a couple of years ago, who are the most fluent English speakers in Europe, apart from the English-speaking countries such as Ireland. Back then we ranked #1, now I think we're #2 or #3, but it just shows our population is very fluent in English. And to the second part of your question, or your second question, how advantageous is it to learn German? I think it is very advantageous, particularly if you want to secure a job in Austria. It is possible to get a job offer in Austria only speaking English. However, you will be restricted then only to the English-speaking roles. But by having at least some command of German, it might open more career opportunities to you. Yes. And just to emphasize this, we have both cases of Filipinos moving to Austria who spoke only English, besides the Filipino language, as well as Filipinos who already learned German before moving to Austria. So it's possible, both scenarios.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Sorry, one follow-up if it's fine. Okay, so this would be for my partner since it's a matter of a healthcare question and again, opportunity eligibility. So, so this person is taking healthcare maintenance, say, for blood pressure and so on. But point being, is, say, how do I say this? A medical check required for employment? Because I saw that there's healthcare coverage indeed, but does having, say, pre-existing conditions decrease your chance of being employed or not really? It's a matter of skill.
Very good question. From the Austrian side, there is no medical checkup, okay? We just want you to have a job offer, basically. However, I must preface this. If you want to leave the Philippines for work purposes, your government has regulations in place. Filipinos who want to go abroad need to get what is called an OEC, an Overseas Employment, either certificate or card. Can't remember what the C stands for. And there it might be necessary, I'm not sure here either, but I think there it's likely that the Filipinos will have a medical checkup. But from the Austrian side, no, we don't require this. And regarding your partner, if your partner is your spouse, so if you are married, you can bring your spouse along with you to Austria, and you can have them registered also under your healthcare coverage.
All right. Thank you, and thanks for opening doors for us.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? We still have 3 minutes left. We have time for more questions. Don't be shy, don't be shy. No one has died from asking questions. I might die from asking questions. I can see that look, Matt. No more questions? Maybe you're just too shy. You can reach out to Rafael through the links. You can. Oh, are you asking questions? No.
Okay.
What? Wait, come on, guys. Don't be shy. Energy, energy.
But even if you are shy, that's no problem. You can always contact us and we'll answer your questions. You find our contact details here on the screen via email or LinkedIn.
Hi, Rafael. How competitive is the job market in Austria for international graduates and professionals?
Very good question. How competitive is it? Well, it is competitive. I won't deny it. But I think everywhere it's very competitive. Here as well in the Philippines, it's very competitive for international graduates and students. But I think one strength that Filipino graduates bring is an international outlook. This is something that is very beneficial for Austrian companies, especially Austrian companies that operate globally, Austrian companies that have a global mindset. Another thing that adds to it, and it's a benefit for Filipino graduates, is that Austria has a long history of Filipino skilled professionals moving to Austria. So Filipinos have a good reputation in Austria. Even though we are a small country in terms of size and population, we're only 9 million people in the entire country, Filipinos are visible in Austria because we've had Filipinos over half a century in Austria. So being an international graduate, I think you bring skills, outlook, and especially potential that Austrian companies would favor.